Welcome to Padhai Book. So we are going to start a new set of videos in which we are going to help the students who are preparing for CAT or CGL main exam. We are going to explain questions of each topic in a very easy and a simplified way. Today, the topic which we are taking is trigonometry. Everybody thinks that trigonometry is a very difficult topic, but actually it's a very simple and an interesting chapter. So here we have the first question. The first question we are going to take is cos A is equal to 3 by 5, sin B is equal to 5 by 13. You have to tell the value of tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A tan B. Now you have 3, 4 and 5. Remember, it's a Pythagoras triplet. Similarly, 5, 12 and 13 is also a Pythagoras triplet. So since I am given the value of cos A, I can directly write the value of tan A. Tan A will be 4 by 3. Similarly, tan B will be 5 by 12. So after having the value of tan A and tan B, I am going to directly put in that expression tan A plus tan B. So that will be 4 by 3 plus 5 by 12 divided by 1 minus 4 by 3 into 5 by 12. So in the numerator, I am going to take the LCM. My LCM will be 12. And in the numerator, what I am going to get is 16 plus 5, 21. So in the denominator here, you cancel it with 3. So you get 9 upon 9 minus 5, which is 4. So that means 3 and 4. My answer is 63 by 16. So my answer is option A is my answer. So here I have my answer. You should always remember 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13 are the Pythagoras triplet. Using this, I can write the value of any of the trigonometric function, and that becomes easier for me also. So next question. Have to write the value of, find the value of cos 20 degree, cos 40 degree, cos 60 degree, cos 80 degree. Now out of these four, I know the value of cos 60 degree. So first step is I am going to put the value of cos 60 degree and the remaining as it is. Now I am going to apply the formula. My formula will be 2 cos A cos B, and that will be equal to cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. So in order to apply this formula, what I need is 2. I don't have a 2 there. So I have multiply and divide by 2. I'm going to apply simply the formula and then going to open the bracket. This is cos 80 degree, and now I'm going to apply the formula. 1 by 4 cos A plus B cos 60 plus cos of minus 20, and cos absorbs the minus sign, so cos 20 and whole multiplied by cos 80 degree. Now just open the bracket. So here I get 1 by 2 cos 80 degree. Here what I am going to do is, in order to again apply the same formula, I will multiply and divide by 2 so that I can apply that formula again. So I can take 1 by 2 common. I get 1 by 8 cos 80 degree plus apply the formula cos 100 degree and then cos 60 degree. Now these two cancels. Why these two cancel? Because cos 80 will be cos 180 minus 100, and that is minus of cos 100 degree. So these two cancel, and I am going to put the value of cos 60. So 1 by 8 into 1 by 2, my answer is 1 by 16. So my answer is A option. That means 1 by 16 is my answer. I hope this is clear to everyone. So remember this formula 2 cos A cos B, which is equal to cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. A very commonly asked question in the competitive exams. So next question is, need to find the value of 2 cos 45 degree. I know the value, we all know the value of cos 45 degree. If anybody can remember the value of cos 15 degree, that's too, it's okay. So this is 1 by 2, root 2. And here I can find this value by applying cos 60 minus 45 degree. Right, you can apply the formula of cos A minus B, which is cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So cos 60 degree cos 45 degree sin 60 degree sin 45 degree. So now you just have to put the values and you are going to get the answer. 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1 by root 2. If I take 1 by root 2 common, that gets cancelled and I will be left with root 3 plus 1 divided by 2. So my answer is option C is my answer. I hope this is clear to everyone. It's a very simple one. So option C is my answer, root 3 plus 1 by 2. So hope it's clear to all. So we move to the next question now. Again a same type of a question, cos 20 degree plus cos 100 degree plus cos 140 degree. You have to tell this value. So we have another formula, another set of formula we have is, that formula is cos A plus cos B. Cos A plus cos B is cos A plus 2 cos A plus B by 2 into cos A minus B by 2. So I will make the pair and apply the formula. I am making the pair of the first two and then I am going to apply the formula. 2 cos A plus B by 2, 120 degree by 2, which is 60 degree. And cos of minus 40 degree, again the cos absorbs the minus sign, so cos 40 degree plus cos 140 degree. Cos 60 degree is 1 by 2 and that cancels with the 2, so I am only left with cos 40 degree plus cos 140 can be written as 180 minus 40 degree. And 180 minus 40 degree means we are there in the second quadrant and we know that cos is negative in the second quadrant. Whereas the trigonometric function will not change, but only there you have a minus sign. So I get cos 40 degree minus cos 40 degree and so my answer is 0. So my answer is option B is my answer. I hope this question is clear to you. So remember this formula, cos A plus cos B is equal to, cos A plus cos B is equal to 2 cos A plus B by 2 into cos A minus B by 2. So question becomes very simple afterwards. So we move to the next question now. We have to find the maximum and the minimum value of 7 cos theta plus 24 sin theta. Always remember this formula, A cos theta plus B sin theta. This lies in the interval minus under root of A square plus B square and then under root of A square plus B square. Here you have this interval. So now you just find this value. A will be 7 and B is 24, and we also should remember that 7, 24 and 25, they form a Pythagoras triplet. So I can write it directly over here, minus 25, and here also I can write 25 since I remember the Pythagoras triplet. So remembering these small things makes your calculations easy and faster for you. So my maximum value is 25 and my minimum value is minus 25. So my answer is option A is my answer. Option A is my answer. So you have to remember this formula that A cos theta plus B sin theta belongs to the closed interval minus under root of A square plus B square, comma under root of A square plus B square. So that if you just remember this makes your question much easy and simpler for you also. So we move to the next question now. Sin A plus B is 4 by 5. See, I have to find the value of tan 2A. Okay. Let's write tan 2A. This can further be written as add and subtract b. So you get a plus b plus a minus b. What we have done, we have added and subtracted b here. Now apply the formula of tan a plus tan a plus b, which is tan a plus b plus tan a minus b whole divided by 1 minus tan a plus b into tan a minus b. Now you just have to put these values. Now again see, I'm given sine a plus b. Sine a plus b is 4 by 5. So we remember a Pythagoras triplet. I can write the value here 4 by 3. 3, 4 and 5. Next, sine a minus b is 5 by 13. So this becomes 5 by 12. Similarly, 1 minus 4 by 3 into 5 by 12. The same type of calculation we have done in the previous question. Again, you just take the LCM, 21 by 12, 9, and you have 4 here. So my answer is 63 by 16. So my answer is option A. Hope this is clear to you all. So we move to the next question now. Cos 2b minus cos 2a divided by sin 2a plus sin 2b. So here you have the simple application of the two formulas. So we apply the formula in the numerator. Cos a, I have to apply the formula of cos x minus cos y, which is equal to 2 sin a plus b, x plus y by 2. So this will become b plus a. And then this will be sin a minus b. Or if you write b minus a, then you have to write a minus sign outside. This is 2 sin a plus b. And here you have cos a minus b. Now these two terms gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled, and simply will get tan a minus b. So my answer is option A is my answer. I hope it's clear to all. It's a simple application of the two formulas, one in the numerator and one in the denominator. So we move to the next question now. A is there in the fourth quadrant. Remember, in the fourth quadrant, cos theta is positive as well as the reciprocal secant theta is positive. Remaining all trigonometric functions are negative. So let me write first sin A. Corresponding to sin A, I can write cosecant A also. And let me write tan A. I'm given that cos A is 5 by 13. So just if I make the triangle, I get 5, 13, and here you have 12 corresponding to the vertex angle A. So sin A will be minus 12 by 30. Why a minus sign? Because A lies in the fourth quadrant. Tan A will be minus 12 by 5. Right? Now I'm going to put the value in the expression. 13 into sin A minus 12 by 13 plus 5 secant A. Secant A will be the reciprocal of cos A, which will be 13 by 5. Whole divided by 5 into tan A. So 5 into minus 12 by 5 plus 6 cosecant A. Cosecant A will be the reciprocal of sin A. So minus 13 by 12. Now see here, 13 gets cancelled, 5 gets cancelled, 5 gets cancelled, and 6 here cancelled with 12. I get 2 in the denominator. So I get minus 12 plus 13 divided by minus 12 minus 13 by 2. So I get my 1 divided by minus 24 minus 13 into 2. So your answer is minus 2 by 37. And your answer is again option A. Again, option A is the answer. I hope this question is clear to all. You just have to remember that in the fourth quadrant, only cos theta and secant theta will be positive and the remaining other trigonometric functions are negative. So accordingly, we have to take sin A as minus 12 by 13 and tan A as minus 12 by 5. A very simple and a easy question. So next question. Sin 2x is equal to sin 2y. Remember, in such type of a question, when you are asked tan x plus y, you should always remember to apply componendo and dividendo. That helps in such type of a question. Okay, let's just start with the question. I need to find the value of tan x plus y upon tan x minus y. And I am given that sin 2x is equal to sin 2y. Actually, there is a misprint over here. There has to be an n over here. Into n. Right, so I get sin 2x upon sin 2y is equal to n upon 1. Right, so now I am going to apply componendo and dividendo. Sin 2x plus sin 2y divided by sin 2x minus sin 2y, and this will become n plus 1 upon n minus 1. Now see, here I will apply the formula of sin A plus sin B, sin A minus sin B. So I get 2 sin A plus B, so x plus y, cos x minus y, and the other side, the 2 cos x plus y sin x minus y is equal to n plus 1 upon n minus 1. Now see, here 2 gets cancelled, and cos x plus y upon tan x plus sin x plus y upon cos x plus y can be written as tan x plus y. Similarly, the other can be written as tan x minus y in the numerator. So I get n plus 1 upon n minus 1. So my answer is option A is my answer here. I hope it's clear to all. So just there was a typing error. Sin 2x is equal to n into sin 2y. Okay, we move to the next question now. Log tan 1 degree plus log tan 2 degree plus log tan 89 degree. So we need to solve this question, but before that we should all remember that if we have log AB, then that is equal to log A plus log B. So I can apply this vice versa also. Here I am applying, so I will get log tan 1 degree, tan 2 degree, and before I write the last term, it's tan 88 degree and tan 89 degree. Now I can make the pairs. I can make the pair of tan 1 degree and tan 89 degree so that the sum of the angles is 90 degree. So I get log tan 1 degree and 89 degree. So we can make all the pairs here. Tan 2 degree, tan 88 degree. So as such we have the remaining pairs, and we know that tan 1 into tan 89, when the sum of the angles is 90 degree, that expression will be equal to 1. So I get log 1, and log 1 is 0. So my answer is option B. Is this clear to all? So remember this formula, that log AB is equal to log A plus log B. That's the most important one. So if you remember this, you can directly write the answer. So next question. For every value of theta lying between 0 and 90 degree equal at 90 degree, you have to find the value of tan theta plus cot theta equal to 2. Now see, tan theta, cot theta can be written as 1 upon tan theta. I'm going to make a quadratic here. equal to 2. So tan square theta minus 2 tan theta plus 1 equal to 0. I can see here I have a quadratic. I can solve it by middle term splitting, or here it's a simple one, so I can write tan theta minus 1 whole square equal to 0, which means tan theta is equal to 1. So your theta angle is 45 degree. So my answer is option B. Option B is the correct answer. So here we have. So it's a very simple one. You just write cot theta as 1 by tan theta, make it a quadratic, solve by middle term splitting, and you simply get your answer. So we move to the next question now. Okay, so 2 sine square theta. Again I have to find the value of theta, and 4. Again cos square can be written as 1 minus sine square theta equal to 3. Simplify it. 2 sine square theta plus 4 minus 4 sine square theta is equal to 3. So what I get? 4 minus 2 sine square theta minus 3 is equal to 0. So I get 2 sine square theta is equal to 1. So sine theta is equal to plus minus 1 upon root 2. But see, we are restricted to a first quadrant. Here it is saying when theta lies between 0 and 90 degree. So I will reject the negative sign and I will take sine theta to be 1 by root 2. And that means my answer is B option. That means my value of theta will be 45 degree. Is this clear now? I hope it's clear. So we move to the next question. Again a similar type of a question. Here I can simply do by middle term splitting because the whole expression is in terms of sine theta. So I don't need to make any conversion. So you can simply do middle term splitting. I need 3 sine theta to 2 sine theta. Sine square theta minus 2 sine theta minus sine theta plus 1 equal to 0. So take 2 sine theta common. I get sine theta minus 1 minus sine theta minus 1. So finally what I get, sine theta is equal to 1 by 2 or it will be equal to 1. So 1 by 2, this means angle is 30 degree, and for 1 it is 90 degree. Now here you can see that in the given condition there is an equal to sign at 90 degrees. So both of them are my answer. So my answer is option D here. So hope this question is clear to all. We move to the next question now. Tan theta is given to me. I have to find tan 90 minus theta. Now see, tan 90 minus theta. Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. Cot theta will be written as 1 upon tan theta. So this is 1 upon 2 minus root 3. Rationalize it. 2 plus root 3 upon 2 plus root 3. So in the denominator I get 4 minus 3, which is 1, and my answer is 2 plus root 3. So my answer is option A. I hope these questions are clear to you. You are able to understand the questions of this topic. So thank you all.